Dear students, we have seen keywords and identifiers in our previous class. Today we are going to discuss about literals. Literals or values are the data items that have a fixed value. For example, 48, Veera, which is inside the quotes, 16.27, all these. Literals are categorized into 5 groups: string literals, numerical literals, Boolean literals, special literal, and then literal collections. Let us see string literals. The text enclosed in quotes forms a string literal. It may be single quote or maybe double quote. If it starts with single quote and then it should be ending with single quote. So that means similar quotation you need to start and end. Two types of string literals are there. Single line strings, for example, painting, portrait. See, one is with double quotation, another one is with single quotation. So both are string literals. The other one is multi-line strings. Multi-line strings are nothing but the strings written in different lines. So if we want to write like that, we need to have the quotes but 3 times in the beginning and the ending. So 3 double quotes I start with, sketching with pencil I write, and then I close with again double quote 3 times. In case if you are using the single quote, and then you can also close with single quote. That doesn't matter how much ever line you write. So when you talk about strings, all the alphabets, symbols, numbers, whatever it is there on the keyboard that you can use, but at the same time you may not be able to print few things on the screen. For example, space bar. When you press on space bar, it gives one white space. The other example I can give, tab. It is a collection of white spaces. So all these are called non-graphic characters. Python allows to have some non-graphic characters in string values. These can be represented by using backslash. This is called escape sequence. Here are some escape sequences given. Backslash and T, it gives one tab space. So in Python, 4 white spaces together called one tab. I already told about this when we were learning about indentation of Python programming. And then if you want to give a new line, and then you need to give backslash and n. Better I will demonstrate instead of explaining here. Now let me start ideally. I just assign a literal to a variable called maybe str, which is equal to a single line string literal I give. Inside the single quote I can give computer. So if I want to get back a string, if I give str, it will be showing here. Similarly, str1 I create with double quote. I write here keyboard, then str1 is keyboard. So it may be either with single quote or double quote. Similar way you need to end. So what happens if we have dissimilar quotes? Let us check. str2 I will give here, and then I open with single quote, I give here keyboard, I close with double quote. Then it says EOL. So that is end of line error. Okay. Because the single quote is not closed or double quote is not closed. So whatever it is. So you cannot give like that. And the next we will see now multi-line strings. str3 I give here, having many lines here, so that I should open with 3 similar quotes, and then I say learn Python in easy way So I close this. So now you can see learn Python in easy way. See here automatically \n has been shown, that is a new line. If I want to print learn Python \n I give, that means a new line. Okay, and then I say in easy way. See, you can see when I give this \n, it automatically takes into a new line. So this is what escape sequencing. So it should be either in this double quotes or it may be in the single quote. Any way you can give, but that is taken as a string literally inside the quotation. If I want to print here single quote and then I say mouse is to click. If I want to give that in a new line, what I give here \n. Now it prints into two different lines. In case, I'll just copy this. Now \t if I give, it will be giving a tab space. So you can see that one tab space is given there between is and to. So this is only called escape sequencing. Now just I print Ravi's dog. See, if I want to print a first of yes, it takes as a closing quotation. So and then again it takes this one as a starting one. To avoid this, we will be giving here as a escape sequence combining with \. So now you can see Ravi's dog has been printed. So now I think you are clear about why we are using this \. Similarly, even for the double quote we can do that. I have some code to print so that I want to display in the double quotation. So that means for printing I give this, and then to display again I should open this, and then I have a code every moment is a fresh beginning. Now I close this as a quotation and then I close this one as the string literal. Now immediately open and close it takes, and again here it takes immediately open and close. So this is not going to be printed at all. This is going to show a error. So if you want to print this, what will you do? I just copy this and print here. I will be giving here \, and then one more \, I will give here so that both the quotations are printed. So you can see every moment is a fresh beginning. Similarly, \, when you want to print also you need to give 2 times \. For audible bell it is A, and for even octal value and hexadecimal value you need to use escape sequences. Okay, let us know about the length of the string. Length of the string is nothing but a number of characters available in that string literal. For example, Python is there P, Y, T, H, O, N. So there are 6 letters. So the length of this is 6. Similarly, if you take a escape sequence totally, that is \, and T, so that is one tab space, that is taken as one single space, and then KEY 3 letters, totally it become 4 is the size or length of the string. So another example, RAMU 4 letters \ quotation, that is 1 5 S is 6 and then space is 7 again 3, so totally it becomes 10 is the size. But if you see multiple line string, see computer, I have split it into 2 different lines, COM and then PUTER. So you cannot see any \n here, but still it will be counting that also as a new line character as escape sequence. So here this will become 9 instead of 8 letters. But if you are using a backslash at the end, it doesn't take that one as a count and then it will show only as 8. I will show that. So we have a function to know the length of the string that we will learn in elaborate way in the future classes. Just you know, len is the function where it takes the length of the string. So if I wanted to print len of, okay, so the length of this computer I say. So computer's length is 8. If I have same thing but with backslash n, so you can see that it is 9. In case I have like this, 3 quotations are there now. So that means multiple lines. Now I say here, sorry, just I take this much first. And then the remaining. So now the length of this will be 9. See, I have not given the backslash there, but I have given in the next line using the triple quote. Now I have the same thing but with backslash and then this one. So the length should be 8, right? I think now you are clear. Better you practice once to clarify yourself. Now we will see numerical literals. There are 3 types of numerical literals: integer literals, floating point, that is real values, imaginary or part of complex numbers. Integer literals. Integer literals must have at least 1 digit and then there will not be any fractional part available with that. That means no decimal numbers are available. It may be combined with unary operator minus. So you will learn more about the operators in the next class. Now just you can remember that plus or minus can be combined to say whether it is a positive number or negative number. And then you need to remember that no commas are accepted when you are writing numbers. Again, integer literals are having some different types. We know all the different types of number systems. That is decimal integer literal. Decimal means we know that is having 10 digits starting from 0 to 9. We are having 10 symbols for that. So these are the numbers which we are using in the day-to-day life. For example, 592, 9994, all this. And then binary integer literals are nothing but zeros and ones. You know very well, I hope. If you write 1001 as a binary integer literal, normally it will take as a decimal number. So to specify as this is a binary integer literal, you need to specify 0 and capital B or small b prefix to the number. For example, first I will write 0 and small b and then I write 101. 101 is equivalent to 5 in decimal. For 92, if you want to write, you need to write 0, it may be capital B or small b, and the 92's value in binary is 10111000. Similarly, 9994 is written as 0b 1001100001010. Next we are having octal integer literals. Octal integer literals are having the numbers or symbols from 0 to 7. So there will be 8 symbols to specify that. Symbol 8 will not be included. Okay, remember 0 to 7 only will be there. To specify this, you need to use 0 and O. The O may be a capital O or small o, but always starts with 0. Any number system other than decimal will be starting with 0 only. Okay. So now to specify 5, the equivalent octal number is 5 only. So we will write 005. Similarly, for 92 in decimal, if you want to represent in octal number, you need to write 00134. The next number 0023412. So next we are having hexadecimal integer literals. So hexadecimal means 16 digits are there. To mention this, we need to start always with 0 and then X may be there as a small letter or a capital letter. Example here, to specify decimal number 5 in hexadecimal, it is 5 only, but we will write 0, X and 5. So 92 is 0x and 5c. Similarly, 0x 270 capital A is equivalent to 9994. See, not to worry about this binary, octal and hexadecimal integer literals. We will learn these numbers and conversions in later part. You will understand very much clearly. Just you need to know now the types of integer literals and then how do you denote it. Now we will see floating point literals. Floating point literals are with decimal numbers. How you represent in mathematics. So that means 5.25, like that. It has two forms. One is fractional form. So fractional form, it must have at least one digit with decimal point. It may be combined with unary operator, that is plus and minus symbol. For example, we have 2.25 plus 587.003 minus 653.745. Exponent form. So you might have learned that in mathematics or in science, we will have always 10 to the power, right? So that here we can have using capital letter E or small letter e. It has two parts. The first part is mantissa, that is a integer or real number. The other part is exponent part, which we specify after capital E or small e. For example, we can have 5 e and 5. So that means 5 into 10 to the power 5 it means. Similarly, minus 8.3 into 10 to the power 6. The next example says 6.7 into 10 to the power minus 5. Remember, mantissa can be a real or integer value. So that means you can see here 5 as a whole number, and the second example you can see 8.3. And the third example also it is 6.7. So this may have the fractional part. But when you come to exponent form, so that means after e, so that means 10 to the power, you are writing 5 means 10 to the power 5. Here you cannot write 10 to the power 5.5. So that means that is not allowed. So I hope you are clear now. We will move on to the next one, imaginary literal. Imaginary literal is a part of a complex number. We know complex numbers, we might have learnt in mathematics, that is I. So I implies root of minus 1. To represent root of minus 1 in Python, we are having capital J or small j. So this is a imaginary literal. With this, another number is combined and then it becomes complex number. So complex numbers have real and imaginary, both the parts. For example, we will have x plus yj. Here x is a real part, y is imaginary part, and then j is the imaginary number. Some examples are here. 5j. 5 is a imaginary part and j is the imaginary number. 8 plus 6j. 8 is a real part, 6 is a imaginary part and j is the root of -1. Let us move to Boolean literals. There are two Boolean literals. One is true, another one is false. So you must remember T is capital and then F is capital here. Both are keywords. To represent true or false, yes or no, on or off, present or absent, we probably use true or false. And next one is special literal. In Python, NONE, that is known, is used to indicate the absence of value. So that means if there is no value there, that is empty space, then you can just say NONE. It is also used to indicate the end of the lists in Python. So list, what is the list, we will see in the future class, not to worry about that. Next we have literal collection. We have four types of literal collection: list, tuples, dictionary and sets. We will see elaborately all these in future classes. Just you remember this, that is more than enough. Now just I will demonstrate using IDLE. First we will see about the integer literal. In integer literal, integer, say x is equal to 5. So that is x if we give 5. Next in integer we have binary. So equivalent to 5 in binary is 101. So I give 0 in capital or small b, I can give here, and then I give 101. So it will show output in the decimal number as 5. You can also give 0 and capital B. 10 111 00 I give. So it is 92. Next we will see octal integer. So octal integer we need to represent using 0 and small o or capital O. I give here 5, it is 5 itself. Then 0 and capital O I give, say 134. So that is 92. Now next we are having hexadecimal number. So to represent hexadecimal number, we need to give 0 and then maybe capital X or small x. For 5 it is 5 itself, 0 capital X and then 5C if I give, that is equivalent to 92. So 0 X 270 and then A I give. Now let us see about floating point literals. 32.25. This is the first form with fractional numbers. The second form we are having the exponent form. 3.225 e and then 10 to the power 1 I give. So that is 1. You can see 32.25. I can give plus 25.003. It is accepted. I can give minus 32.00003. It is accepted. Now if I give in exponent form, plus 453.124 and then e to the power I give 5. So you can see that e to the power 5, that is 10 to the power 5 is been calculated there. So I can also combine minus with this. Simply I give one number there and then 0.02 and then e to the power 3 I give. It is accepted. Now I give 56.45 e. Now I give 2.6. See, this is not accepted. 2.6 in exponent is not accepted. Just I am showing you. But you can combine minus with that. Say 25.03 e minus 3. Now let us check the complex numbers. 2 plus 3j. So it is accepted. J is here root of minus 1. So it is given inside the bracket. If I say 6j, that is also a number with imaginary part and then imaginary. Next we are having Boolean literal, which are only two things. One is true and other one is false. For example, I say print true. So it prints true. Print false. See, these are values, whether it says true or false. There is a difference between string true. That is, if you put it in the double quote, for example, like this print, and then I say put it in a double quote, then it is a string constant, not a Boolean literal. But it will give the same output. I said to print the true, so it is print. You should know to differentiate between these two. When it calculates whether it is true or false, then it should be a Boolean literal. Now a special literal. So I say SPL is equal to NONE. So it is not giving any other value. See, if I want to know what is special means, no value there. At the same time, if I ask to print it, it will say it is nothing there. That means it will show as known. So this you need to note down. Now let us have a small exercise. You take a paper and a pencil or pen, write number 1 to 12. We are having 12 questions here. You can just write tick mark or wrong mark. 6.873 plus 81 minus 21.504, 5.2e, 94,753.28. I am a student. 6.342e05, 3.14e2.5 plus 755e minus 6. True. Mouse pad minus 65 minus 8j. I hope you all noted down whether correct or wrong. Let us see the result. First one is right. The second one is correct. You know well. The third one is also right. The fourth one is wrong because after e there should be a number to indicate 10 to the power something. So it is not given, so it is wrong. And the fifth one is wrong because comma is added, it is not allowed. And the sixth one is also wrong because it is not enclosed with the triple quote. It is one single time double quote at beginning and end. So it is wrong. If it is multiple line string literal, then it has to be in triple quote. And then seventh one is correct. And the eighth one is wrong because 2.5 cannot be a power of 10. And then ninth one is correct. And then 10th one is wrong because true capital T is a literal but small t is not a literal. If it is enclosed with the quotation, and then it may be a string value. So this is wrong. Then mouse pad in all triple quote in two different line, it is right. And the last one minus 65 minus 8 j is correct. Minus 65 is real part, minus 8 is imaginary part, j is the imaginary number. Hope students you understood well. Let us continue in the next class. Keep watching my channel. Thank you.